The road to the 2025 Super Bowl starts right here, right now. Tonight, guys, football is freaking back. And tonight, me and Trey are locking in our AFC and NFC playoff brackets, giving you the 7 teams on each side who's going to make it in. And then we'll simulate the playoffs and give you our new Super Bowl winner for the 2025 season. Later in the show, we'll have some guests come on to discuss tonight's game and tomorrow's game. Guys, football is back and Fan Feed Pod is here. Episode 7. Let's get into it.
Every week a new headline drops. Game day fire and sideline shocks. Oh, soft Fan Feed. This welcome to the show. No suits, no scripts, just takes from the street. Every week we break down the squads. Real fans. This is the Fan Feed Pod.
Real fans. Man, dude, we are back.
We're here.
Oh my gosh.
Let's go, baby.
The 2025 season starts tonight, guys.
Football's back.
Football is back.
Dude, so
we got a
stoked.
good game tonight, too.
Yeah.
Cowboys, Eagles.
Oh, my gosh.
In Philly.
Yep.
So we'll have some predictions on that later. Super Bowl champions coming in. But, man, it feels surreal.
Yeah, it's going to be so cool, man. And I'm excited to really talk about, our contributors that are going to come on and talk about, one of them's a huge Cowboys fan, and we have Kendrick who's going to be talking about the Eagles tonight. And man, it's going to be really cool to hear their thoughts on the game. But yeah, dude, it's cool. Football's finally back. I can't wait.
Yeah, getting some different faces in here is nice because you know, although my mom tells me I'm handsome, there's other people too out there that are pretty handsome. And,
you're pretty handsome,
good-looking people. So yeah, guys, super excited. If you've got any comments, leave them in the chat below. We want to talk to you guys tonight. Football's coming up in less than 2 hours. We're going live beforehand to talk about the games, talk about what we think is going to happen this season. And we want to have a conversation with you.
Yeah.
I mean, it's been so much fun. Last stream we did, we had a lot of engagement. Even the stream before that, a lot of engagement. And to me, that's been the most fun part, is engaging with people with fantasy trades and all that stuff.
So cool.
Speaking of fantasy, did you finish all your drafts?
I only did 2.
You only did 2?
I only did 2 the 2 Saturdays ago.
But you feel good about it?
Yeah, I feel good.
Okay.
Yeah, because I feel like when I focus on 1 or 2 teams, I'm able to put all my effort towards those teams specifically. But yeah, I feel good.
Nice.
I know projections don't mean anything in fantasy, but I'm projected to one of my leagues crush the other person, and the other one is gonna be a lot closer. So we'll see.
Projections.
Yeah.
They all mean nothing for right now, but it feels good.
Yeah.
I've got I got a couple leagues where I'm top projected and it scares me.
Yeah.
I did a couple drafts on Yahoo, and Yahoo gives you a draft grade, a draft report card. It always scares me when I get an A. I got 2 A's this year, and I'm terrified. I what did I do wrong? Because usually I get D's and F's, and that means you're gonna make the playoffs. But I don't know. So anyway, guys, we got a fun show tonight. Like we said in the beginning, we're gonna give our predictions for the playoffs and the Super Bowl.
Yeah, for the whole season, really.
For the whole season.
And then we're gonna get into this Eagles Cowboys game and the Chiefs Chargers game, because we got a big game tomorrow too. So it's going to be really, really cool.
Football weekend. College football's back.
Yeah.
Not Quinn Ewers. Arch Manning.
Yeah.
Arch Manning looks like garbage.
Yeah.
Did you see this?
Yeah.
Did you watch the game?
Well, I saw clips of it. I didn't watch the whole game. I was busy on Saturday. But, man, he's already falling out of the first round of next year's draft.
It's not good.
Yeah.
It's not good. I mean, I'm not I'm very much a fan. I'm going to watch the game. I'm going to tell you what I see, but it doesn't mean anything. I never coached, never played.
Yeah.
So I don't know all the mechanics, but the first thing I thought of when I was watching Arch throw the ball was, gosh, this dude has terrible mechanics.
Yeah.
There's one throw on 3rd or 4th down. They really needed a big completion. And he had a guy running a short crossing route. Guy was wide open, and he looked at him, and he threw it from his chest, from the center of his chest, and he was pointed at him dead on instead of sideways.
Yeah.
And immediately I saw it. I was like, ugh.
Yeah.
It just looked bad. And for a Manning.
Well, but he's from the family that didn't make the NFL.
That is true.
Right. His dad.
At least he runs fast.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, it's really interesting, like the whole like Manning dynamic, and just the name like kind of puts you in the first round.
Yeah.
But outside of that, you're right, like he just hasn't looked good. But I don't know, man. We'll see. So it's a long college
A
season.
lot of teams tanking for Arch.
Yeah,
We'll see what happens.
yeah.
This
He's
is what
tanking.
happens
He's
with college
tanking
football.
for other teams.
That's right. So guys, tonight we are also introducing a new segment / part of what we're going to be doing throughout the year. And this was an idea brought to us by one of the fans, which is awesome. And I love it. Shout out to David Roberto, my boy, my dog. He's given a couple hot takes, and of course I have to trash it.
Yeah.
But I do love Dave. And Dave introduced this idea. So it's Fan United. Fan United is the name of it. Basically what this is it's a community betting slip from all of you. So every Thursday when we go live, we want you, the fan, to give us your favorite bet for the weekend. Could be anything. It could be spread, a player prop, an over under, whatever it is that you're rocking with, that you feel comfortable with. On our Thursday night stream, like if you comment that on the stream, we'll compile them into one betting slip that the entire community can bet as a whole. And basically I was talking to my wife. I was like, we got to come up with like a catchy name for this, or like a tagline.
Yeah.
So United we rise, United we fall. That's what I'm going with. This is Fan United. So guys, if you've got any bets that you're rolling with, FU. This is it
for short.
Fan United, FU. Let's do it. So if you've got any picks, I know it's the first week of the season, so I don't know how many I expect to get. Hopefully we can get a couple. We don't want to make like a 20-leg parlay. I mean, that might not ever make it, but we'll try to make a good 4 or 5-leg parlay, something like that.
Be cool.
It'd be a lot of fun. So we'll figure out when we're going to post it on social media so that people can tail maybe Sunday morning or something like that. But anyway, it's just another way for you, the fans, to engage with us, to give us ideas, because obviously me and Trey are so smart, but we are also, not the smartest. My betting record is horrendous. Don't tell my wife.
Mine's okay. But I wouldn't say good.
Yeah,
it's right. It's like probably like shooting like 40%, which I think is okay.
Yeah, I think I'm below 40.
Yeah.
I won a couple big ones early on and kept chasing the big parlays.
Yeah.
And I think this year I'll go a little more conservative.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, this will be a fun thing. So we're gonna try to roll through this so that we don't overlay into the game tonight, which starts at 8:20.
Yep.
So we're going to try to roll. As you guys know, we go pretty long. So let's start with news and notes. One thing we haven't gotten to talk about, it happened like literally right after our last pod, was the blockbuster trade. Micah Parsons traded to the Packers for 2 first-round picks and an aging Kenny Clark. What were your thoughts, Trey?
I kind of get it from both sides. I mean, the Packers kind of need that force on defense. And I don't think Jerry wanted to. I mean, historically, he hasn't really paid anybody, right? I mean, he paid Dak, but that was even like going to the dentist and getting a root canal, for him. So it's just very interesting, and we're going to see it tonight. The lack of Micah Parsons against the Eagles, and I think that they're going to exploit that. It's very, very. It's interesting. I mean, I said this, a couple weeks ago, but I'm a big, if you can go get the money, go get it.
Yeah.
So from a player's perspective, I'm happy for him. I love it. But from a team's perspective, well, I mean, I don't know why you would pay a pass rusher $47 million. Like,
oh, wow.
That, I mean, I don't know. He had 12.5 sacks last year. And who's that guy out in Baltimore? Kyle Van Noy. He had like the same numbers.
And he's like, what, 30 something?
Yeah. And he got like $4 million last year. So I'm not saying like it's common that kind of thing is going to happen, but it's not like he's out here putting up JJ Watt numbers and, having 20 sacks in the season. Yeah. You know what I mean? Like he's good against the run. He's a very good player. He's an elite player, an elite pass rusher, but I mean, I wouldn't, give him the gold jacket yet. And I think when you pay $47 million to a pass rusher, you're expecting that kind of production.
I'm excited to hear our Cowboys guy later on and see what he says.
Yeah.
Because, I think losing Micah Parsons is going to really hurt that Cowboys defense and really adjust a lot of like things for that team as a whole. I mean, we already were predicting them to be a high passing team.
Yeah.
It's going to be even more so. They're not going to be able to stop anybody on defense. Right after this deal, they go and re-sign Daron Bland in the secondary.
Like immediately
4
after.
years, $92 million. I mean, and this is a pick six guy. He's not a good cover corner.
Right.
He's not like a Surtain.
He gets burned or he gets a pick.
That's right. He's an opportunity. He's a good playmaker. Nothing against him.
Yeah.
But I think he broke the record for pick sixes in a season, like a year or two ago.
He broke it or tied it.
Or
it was
tied
like
it.
5 or something.
Yeah.
And he was only within like the first 10 weeks or something. It was crazy.
I mean, very, very impressive.
Yeah.
But besides that, he gets burnt quite often.
Yeah.
So anyway, I'm excited to hear what our Cowboys writer has to say.
Yeah. Very interesting.
Couple other things we'll run through quickly. Juwan Jennings no longer has a calf injury. Can you believe it?
Oh, yeah. Right after he signs
he inked the deal,
Yeah.
got his additional $3 million in incentives.
He's healed.
For 2025. So he will remain a free agent heading into next year. So all things considered, pretty good for him. And this is pretty much what we expected was going to happen. Like, just give him a prove it deal, something that he can earn a little bit more money because he had a good year last year, but he's not getting crazy money.
And we talked about it before, but San Francisco really needs a wide receiving core. They don't have one. Basically, they got Ricky Pearsall and List.
Yep.
And so it's good for them to have him back, especially right before the season. But yeah, I mean, good for him.
Yep.
I'm glad that the 49ers didn't pay him.
Yeah.
Like personally, like just again, from a team perspective, it doesn't make a whole lot of sense for them to give him back.
Not for a fourth year breakout.
Yeah.
Couple other news. Amari Cooper retired today.
Right.
Part of I thought this and never said it out loud, but I was like, oh, he's going back to the Raiders. That's weird. And there hasn't been any buzz about him. I wonder if he'll just retire there. I didn't think he would retire because usually, if you go back to your old team, you spend like a day or two there, and then you're like, yeah, I'm going to honorary retire with the Raiders.
Yeah.
He spent like a week or two with the team.
If that.
Yeah. If that. So I don't know.
It's what's interesting about that also is that like, oh my gosh, it's so interesting because he goes to the Raiders and then you're like, oh, is he really going to do anything? And then, obviously he chose to retire, and then something comes out today from Adam Schefter, and he said, he didn't look like he had it anymore or whatever it is. But I wonder if that's the Raiders camp just being angry at him, and their camp is putting that out and saying, he didn't look good, but maybe he gets there and he sees it's dysfunctional because it's the Raiders, and he's like, I want out of here. Who knows?
Yeah.
I mean, but it's spicy.
It's spicy.
Yeah.
It's spicy. I just saw a guy make a dynasty trade for Amari.
Excellent.
Like yesterday or the day before, and then this happens. It's
Good
kind of
trade.
sad. All right, couple little bit more news. Gabe Davis re-signs with the Buffalo Bills. Not really a big fan of Gabe Davis, but it is good for the Bills because their pass catching core is pretty bad. Jalen Warren extended 2 years for $12 million. This definitely has an effect on what we think about Caleb Johnson potentially. And Mike Tomlin came out the other day saying that Warren will be the feature back. Really good for Warren. Unsigned guy comes in, earns a role with the Steelers. Really happy as a Steelers fan.
Yeah.
Like very, very happy for Jalen Warren. He's earned every bit of that. Speaking of Steelers, Najee Harris expected to start in week 1, even despite the fact that we have still not seen his eyeballs.
He hasn't seen his eyeball.
No, it's missing.
Literally.
Matt Stafford expected to start in week 1, which is a good thing for football in general.
Yeah. Because they play somebody big. They play the Texans week 1.
Yep. And they need Stafford.
Yeah.
I mean, that offense just ceases to exist without Stafford. Devon Achane, calf injury, expected to start in week 1. All the fools were fading him.
No. He'll start, but I think he's going to be on a pitch count. Yeah. I think he'll get that first handoff to say he started.
And then your boy Ollie comes in.
My boy Ollie Gordon's going to show up and, tear it up.
I'm all about some Ollie Gordon this year.
I love Ollie Gordon.
And they're playing the Colts, so it could be a game that gets out of hand quick.
Yeah.
Especially with a mostly healthy Dolphins team. That offense can be very explosive. So if they get out to an early lead, expect a heavy dosage of Ollie Gordon later in the game.
Yeah.
Surprising one, Christian Kirk has a hamstring injury, came up yesterday or today. I can't remember, but he's now likely to miss the season opener.
Wow.
And this is a really big deal for Jalen Noel. Jalen Noel, the guy they drafted in the third round, came out of Arizona or Iowa State. I can't remember. I think it was Iowa State. Same team as Jaden Higgins.
Yeah.
And I mean, he's going to be the premier slot guy.
Yeah.
I mean, this is going to be very interesting, at least week one, just to see how they use Noel. I'm really excited for him. And I had the Arch Manning thing in there, and I was as the last note, but I put Quinn Ewers. I'm still mad about Quinn Ewers.
Funny. Well, one more thing that you don't have, Nik Bonnito.
Yeah,
he just got signed.
Oh,
did you see that?
No, I didn't even see it.
Nik Bonnito, they signed him, and this is what I think you do for a premier pass rusher, because he's crazy.
Yeah.
Man, he had 13.5 sacks, more than Micah Parsons last year, and he had 2 defensive touchdowns.
Wow.
They gave him $106 million, up to 120.
Okay.
With incentives, 4-year extension. So that's like 31 and a half, somewhere around there. That's what I think is fair. That's what I think is like market value for a premier pass rusher right now. Glad for Nik Bonnito. Glad for Micah Parsons, but I think Green Bay vastly overpaid.
Oh man,
that's what I think.
The Green Bay hate continues.
I don't,
as everyone knows.
I don't hate Green Bay.
Yeah.
I'm just not a Jordan Love guy. That's all it is.
It spreads to the whole team.
Yeah.
I'm with you.
Yeah.
Like I'm saying it, but I'm right there. I don't like Green Bay, so that's just me. All right, but that's it for news and notes.
Yeah.
We may have missed something, but that's what we've got for today. Let's dive into these playoff predictions. And what time do we have our guests coming on?
They're coming on at 7:30 is going to be
7:30.
our first
All right,
guest.
cool.
Yeah.
So 7:30, we've got about 40 minutes
to
get through this. That's pretty good. Like I said, guys, we're working on timing. Usually we do like 2.5 hours shows. It's the season. It's time to lock in.
Yep.
We're locked in.
Be concise.
All right. Let's go with our AFC let's start with the AFC playoff picture.
Yeah.
Trey, you want to start? Hit me with your top 7.
This is oh my gosh. I would rather do the NFC because I feel like the NFC is easier to kind of carve out there.
Okay.
So are we going in order?
Yeah, go in order.
All right.
1 through 7.
In order, I think that Detroit will be the number 1 this year.
Wow.
I do.
Wow.
I think Philly will probably be 2.
Okay.
I still think they take that division.
Mm-hmm.
So that I'm jumping ahead here. Oh, well, I'll come back to that in just a second. I think the Rams come in at 3.
Wow.
Big Rams guy.
Big Rams guy here.
I'm not an actual Rams fan, but I am a fan of the Rams, if that makes sense.
Yep.
Number 4, let me see. Where are we at? The NFC South.
Yep.
Yeah. Let's go to the Atlanta Falcons.
I love it.
I love the Atlanta Falcons, man.
No Tampa Bay.
Well, Tampa Bay makes it.
Okay.
So I'm going to put Tampa Bay at I'll do the Commanders at 5.
Okay.
And I'll put Tampa Bay at 6.
Yep.
And then this is where things get a little rough. I'll throw San Fran in there at 7.
San Fran at 7.
Yeah.
So Minnesota doesn't make the playoffs.
Minnesota misses
That's
with JJ McCarthy.
Yep.
Yeah.
JJ McCarthy. Yep.
I like Minnesota too.
Yeah.
And so I do want to see them in there. And it's funny because like we've talked about the NFC, and a few weeks ago we talked about like who do you think would be in the top 7
right
in the playoffs, and I had the Bears in at the time, but it's like as we get closer and closer to the season, things change and you start to really think about like what's realistically going to happen. And I'm not saying it's realistic that the Falcons are going to win. They could. I mean, Falcons could take that division. But it would not surprise me if Tampa Bay's there, and it would be cool to see Chicago get in, but I'm not sure that they do it this year.
Yeah, I'm right there with you. I've cooled off a little bit on Chicago.
Yeah.
I think we were all in on Chicago early on. And now we've kind of, like you said, as the season comes on, you get more realistic.
Yeah.
You start seeing the teams that you'd have to knock out of the playoffs to put the Bears in. And it's like, I don't really see it.
Yeah.
So
it's the Ben Johnson effect.
It is.
That's what it is. It's just like trickling over a little bit.
Well, and then they go and get Luther, and it's like, well, who's going to beat them now? I mean,
yeah.
But I'll hit my NFC really quick because mine's pretty similar to yours, a little bit different. So I've still got Philly number 1 overall, San Fran number 2 overall. So I've got them winning the division.
Wow.
Green Bay
number 2. That's
number
big.
2.
Wow, that means they're going to win a lot of games.
Yeah, I've turned around a little bit.
Okay.
Changed my tune. Green Bay number 3, which
not a Jordan Love guy.
Not a Jordan Love guy, but I like the moves. Number 4, Atlanta. We both are on Atlanta.
Let's go, baby.
I do like Atlanta to win the division. Washington at 5, same as you.
Yep.
And I've got the Rams at 6 and the Lions at 7.
Wow. The
Yep.
Lions at 7.
I've got the Lions at 7, barely
Why?
squeaking in.
Why?
I think the team itself is going to experience a lot of up and down through the season with the change of coordinators. I think that, especially on the offensive side, you're going to see them missing Ben Johnson a lot. His creativity that he brought to that offense is just hard to replicate.
Sure.
I think that it's interesting. So I think that their new offensive coordinator is going to consolidate the offense, go more through their stars. So Jahmyr Gibbs, I think, is going to have a more prominent role than he's ever had.
Yeah.
Which is awesome. I think that Amon-Ra is going to continue to crush. But I see them being less efficient as an offense, and the play calling genius of Ben Johnson, like the way he staggers his play calls, you're just going to see a turn down from that. And then losing Glenn on the defensive side, I just think there's a lot of that affects the team. And so I do think that team regresses some. And I also, like, Jared Goff has been so good the past few years. I just don't see Jared Goff as like a premier quarterback in the league, and regression's got to come at some point. Not to say that they're going to be a bad team, but that's a tough division. I mean, Green Bay, Minnesota, I can see them losing some games, and Chicago.
Yeah.
So they're actually the team that I'm lower on as a full team. Still think they're good, still love them, but I do see them kind of taking a more down year this year.
That's spicy. What do you guys think? Okay, I have the Lions at 1. He had them at 7 in the NFC playoffs. So you guys tell us who's closer or where you would put them.
Yeah, don't cook me online, please. My mom surfs there.
That's crazy though. That you would. 7 is a far drop.
It is a far drop.
That's a far. Oh my gosh.
But that's the playoffs. I mean, that's.
Like these coordinators, like it's a copycat league, right? Like everybody does what works. And I'm not saying that this will work necessarily, but you see a lot of coordinators come in and try to mesh their system with what was working previously.
Yeah.
And the whole Aaron Glenn thing, do you know who the new DC is over there? Over in Detroit?
I'm trying to remember. I've got his name on the tip of my tongue.
Okay.
It's
Shepard,
right?
No?
I can't remember.
Okay. It doesn't matter.
I don't know.
It doesn't matter. I don't think that Aaron Glenn is a great defensive coordinator.
Yeah.
I feel like, you just think about the Commanders in that game, right? In that game in the playoffs where they annihilated Detroit at home.
And to their credit and to Glenn's credit, they had none of their starters on that defense.
That's
entire
true.
defense was hurt. So I think the Lions win the Super Bowl last year if all their defense was healthy. That was the year. I guess what I'm saying is that I think sometimes you can have addition by subtraction. Sure.
And
I get that.
And I feel like for the Lions in particular, like they have a lot to look forward to. And I just, when you don't have a world beater of a defensive coordinator, I'm always for trying something new. And I just feel like they could be better with Kelvin Shepard.
Yeah. Kelvin Shepard. Okay.
Yeah, that's his name.
Yeah. If they had Vic Fangio, I'd be all in.
Yeah.
But
only
one team gets Vic and he's a dog.
Yeah.
But I just, I get the addition by subtraction. I think the Buffalo Bills need to fire Sean McDermott.
Yeah.
He's one that, he's a great coach, but they continue to get to this point and they can't win the big games. And he's a bad game manager as a whole.
Right.
Not that he's a bad coach. He's just not a very good game manager. But when we're talking about guys especially Ben Johnson, I'm with you. I think Aaron Glenn's more a middle of the road defensive coordinator.
That's what I'm saying.
Ben Johnson is top 3, top 5 offensive coordinator in the league. I mean, if not one, Liam Cohen.
Chicago back in there.
Chicago's
back in the playoffs.
All right, never mind. Take the Lions out. Put Chicago
we're gonna go back.
But anyway, that's just what I think. So let's hit the AFC now.
All right.
AFC, I feel like, is a little easier, and I'll go first on this one. So I got Baltimore back at 1. I just don't see them really regressing. I liked what they did in the draft. Kansas City at 2, Buffalo at 3, Houston at 4. No surprise for me. I got Denver at 5. You've
Ooh.
convinced me.
Yep.
You've convinced me.
Yep.
They're going to just barely lose that the division, but they are going to make the playoffs with a good record. I've got the Chargers making it as well. So 3 teams out of that AFC West.
Yeah.
I really like the AFC
And
West.
you got
this
the
year.
Raiders, so you got 4 teams.
Number 7 is
Yeah.
the Las Vegas Raiders. No, number 7, I've got Pittsburgh.
Let's go.
I'm having fun with this.
Yeah.
So I'm envisioning a year where, and this is really what it came down to for me for spot 7. It's the Bengals, Steelers.
Yep.
And as much as I love the Bengals, and I think that they would probably be a much more fun team in the playoffs, the same problem is still there. That defense is atrocious.
Yeah.
They went out and started the offense in preseason, all those games, so that they wouldn't come off on a cold start. But I don't think the offense is the problem. Like, I don't see why that was the thing they felt like they needed to do.
Right.
It was the defense that was losing them all those games last year. And when you don't invest in the defense, they barely signed Trey Hendrickson. So thank God they did.
Yeah.
And then they do get their first round rookie pick, but I think he's more of a developmental guy. I don't think he's going to come off right out year 1 and have a big impact. I see them more as a middle of the road team, and the Steelers are a more complete team, even with old man Rodgers, who I'm not high on.
Yeah.
But I think Rodgers can lead a competent enough offense to get them in. I mean, who was the quarter? I don't even Russell Wilson. Russell Wilson was the quarterback last year.
Yep.
Like, I cannot stand Russell Wilson.
You almost
I think Aaron. Yeah,
I saw it coming out
I
of your
know.
mouth.
I just couldn't say it that hard.
Yeah.
He's a brother, man. I
Yeah.
love him. But at the same time, like, I'm not a Russell Wilson guy. Like, Aaron Rodgers, I think, is a better quarterback. He's a smarter quarterback. And so I think especially down the stretch, like you saw last year, the end of the season, the Steelers lost so many games. I don't think Rodgers loses that many games. He's a smarter quarterback. He's a more steady guy. Their defense is just sick. Defense is sick.
Yep.
So that's my AFC predictions.
Cool. So we talk about heading into the season and having more realistic expectations, right?
I know where this is going.
Do you? Let's see it.
Denver Broncos #1, baby.
Yeah. No. I'm not saying that actually. No. So I agree with you. Baltimore is #1.
Okay.
I'm actually going to put Buffalo at #2.
Okay.
This is where the realistic part of it comes from. So this whole offseason, I'm like, this is the year. This is when the Broncos overtake the Chiefs.
Yep.
It's week 1 of the NFL. Kickoff is in like an hour. If I'm putting money on it, who's going to win? I'm going to put money on the Chiefs.
Yeah.
So Chiefs have #3, as hard as it is for me to say that.
I appreciate that. But that's the thing. This is why we have hot takes.
Right.
And then we have rational takes.
Exactly. My hot take was the Chiefs are collapsing this year.
That's right.
My realistic take is the Chiefs are going to win the division again this year.
Yeah, and it's hard to see a team that's been in the AFC Championship for like the last 6, 7 years.
3 straight Super Bowls, right?
I mean, you can't bet against a quarterback, especially in the postseason.
Yeah.
And getting later in the year, you can't bet against a guy who's got that much pedigree.
Yeah.
But I do get where you're coming from. So good on you.
Yeah,
that was awesome. I like it.
So yeah. So so I have them at 3. I also have Houston at 4.
Okay.
Then I have the Broncos at 5.
Yep.
So
we're in lockstep
there.
Yep.
So we're very, very close. So I was gonna put the Chargers in. I really was. But I'm swapping them for Cincy.
Okay.
So I'm going to put Cincy at 6, and then I am putting Pittsburgh in at 7.
Wow. So 3 teams out of the AFC North once again.
Yeah.
Let the AFC North reign. Best division in football.
Well, I don't know about that.
Yeah, you said it.
I don't know about that.
Okay, so since he gets in, so you're predicting the offense to carry them once again.
I just think that Joe Burrow is going to be on a revenge tour.
Yeah.
He missed the playoffs last year, obviously. I don't think that he misses it twice in a row.
Yep.
I don't think once they make it, I don't think they do anything because obviously then you run into the buzzsaw that is the rest of the AFC powerhouses.
Right.
But I think that they do sneak in.
Yeah.
And I think something just happens to the Chargers where they miss the playoffs by like half a game or something.
Sure.
That
seems very Chargers. That's
right.
Like very realistic.
I know. And
shout out Brian Spino.
And I feel like they're right here where, where like week 18 is going to be big for them.
Yeah.
And then even if they win it, there's some like weird tiebreaker that just like knocks them out of the playoffs. Yeah. And I don't know. But the Chargers, I mean, you could tell me that the Bengals miss and Chargers make it again, and that would not surprise me at all. I would not be surprised to see the Chargers in the playoffs.
Yeah. Yep. Yeah, I think AFC Bengals were the team on the bubble that I was like, this is the team that should get in. I also thought the Jags could have a chance. I'm still worried about the defense, but we're both Liam Cohen believers. We're big believers in the offense. It's a similar bet as like the Chicago Bears.
Yeah.
They're probably a season away. You know, that's just what we think.
Yep.
So
I think so.
Cool.
Got a couple comments here from
a couple comments.
Derpy Entertainment. One of them says, so everyone does a pod these days.
Yeah.
I don't know about everyone, but we do.
Yeah, I mean, we got no lives. We're both married. We have kids. We have good, successful jobs, and we just want to have fun.
We love football, man.
Thanks, Derpy.
And then Derpy Entertainment says, "Give me your coffee." So came in here,
Do you know what do you think? Do you know what I'm drinking today?
I'm gonna say, you drink a caramel macchiato.
No.
Dang.
No,
Vanilla latte.
So that's what I used to drink a lot, was like the macchiatos and the frappuccinos and stuff, because Starbucks is lame, because I was a teenage boy. Like, why are we going to Starbucks? Now I'm a grown man, I gotta have my coffee. I cold brew.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, sweet cream cold brew.
Why is it so light?
It's perfect.
Oh, sweet cream.
Actually, it's the sweet cream.
Yeah. Gotcha.
I'm not a sicko like Dan Campbell. Dan Campbell hits the Trente.
Oh my gosh.
2 of them.
Dude, that'll send you to the bathroom.
Just straight black cold brew.
Gosh.
And he drinks them both before like 8 a.m.
Yeah.
I mean, he's a freak.
That is insane.
Shout out Derpy. Thanks, man. All press is positive press.
Come join our podcast.
Yeah.
Everyone's doing it these days.
Yeah. Anything else?
Yeah. No, I mean, I think you're right. Like, it's easier. So that's so weird, because at the beginning I said I think it's easier to choose the NFC.
Yeah.
But it definitely seems like it's easier to choose the AFC.
Sure.
And I think that's because probably you got like 4 powerhouses. That kind of run the league. And then it's just whoever can get 5th, 6th, 7th.
If there's any team to collapse in that top 3 in the AFC between Kansas City, Baltimore, and Buffalo, it's Buffalo.
No.
Yeah.
No.
I mean, I know you think
because they're division.
I mean, you got the ascending Patriots.
Yeah, but I still think they're a year away too.
And I do agree.
I think Vrabel is going to do a really good job in New England.
I agree. And I think I still think the Bills are the better team. That's why I got them 3. But they just didn't do anything that impresses me. They didn't improve their offense. They, drafted a guy in the first round. He's out for numerous weeks to start the season. It's the same old Bills. It's going to be the same thing. They're basically betting that they get lucky against some of these teams. And I still love the Bills, but I mean, you're throwing the ball to Keon Coleman.
Yeah.
And Khalil Shakir.
Yeah.
Dalton Kincaid is not good.
He's bad, man.
Who else? They just got rid of Amari Cooper, which he retired. Old man Cooper.
He got rid of them.
They just signed Gabe Davis. It's just a weird team that I still see them winning the division, but I don't know.
And that's what I'm saying.
If everybody's healthy in Miami, I could see Miami making a push, and the Bills just have to be a 10-17.
Ollie Gordon effect. I'm going back. Okay, throw Miami in there. Take Cincy out. I'll throw Miami in there.
Oh, for real?
I actually might. Yeah, I didn't think about the Ollie Gordon effect.
Okay, I like it. And Tyreek Hill just settles down and plays.
That doesn't scare me.
Okay.
So Derpy says Miami sucks.
Miami does? Well, I don't think Miami sucks, but they are old and they're very they could easily be like 4-12 or 4-13, or they could be like 11-6.
Yeah, right.
They're just a weird team.
Cold. Yeah,
they're a weird team to predict, and they're very hot and cold. They play great in the hot seasons. They are terrible down the stretch, and that's the hardest thing for the Dolphins.
Yeah.
So we're gonna go through the playoff simulator.
Let's do it.
I hope you remember your rankings.
Yeah.
So
I'm not actually gonna put Miami in there. I'll keep.
There you go.
Yeah, I'll keep Cincy.
I like that. All right, so I'll go through the week 1 schedule. So I've got Kansas City number 2 going against Pittsburgh. Kansas City over Pittsburgh. Aaron Rodgers' last game, he makes the playoffs. Mike Tomlin, everybody's up in arms, wanting to fire him again.
Yep.
And he re-signs a new deal. Chargers go to Buffalo and beat Buffalo. So I've got them upsetting the Bills. I just, like I said before, I think the Bills are a team that I could see crumbling down the stretch. Texans play the Broncos 4/5, and
Yep.
I've got the Texans beating the Broncos in a very close game.
Yeah.
And I'll hit the NFC really quick. San Fran goes to Detroit, Detroit goes to San Fran and gets, beaten badly. I think San Fran's going to destroy the Lions.
That's crazy.
I've got the Rams playing Green Bay, and then Rams beat Green Bay in Green Bay. And then Washington plays Atlanta. Washington beats Atlanta pretty handily.
I see that.
So that's week 1 for me. Let's hear your week 1.
So week 1 for me, let's see. I had Buffalo number 2, which would be at number 7, Pittsburgh. I think Buffalo takes that game. Sorry, man.
It's okay. I'm so used to first round exits. It's not even funny.
I got number 3, Kansas City, Burrowhead.
Oh, that's a good matchup.
Yep. And I got I would take the Bengals.
Go for it.
I would take them because
I would too. That's the one team.
It remains to be seen how good the Kansas City offense is going to be. If they look like they did last year, the Bengals would have beat them last year. I'll take Cincinnati.
Okay,
over Kansas City.
All right.
But if I'm putting money on it,
this
is kind of where you hedge your bet a little bit.
Yeah.
You always put money on the team you don't want to win, so that if they lose, you still win.
That's right.
Right. So, anyways, you got the upset with Cincinnati over Kansas City. Let me see. They were number 3, right?
Yep. So you got your Texans versus the Broncos.
Texans Broncos. Yep. I will take the Broncos in this one. I gotta go with my boys. That
game's such a toss up anyway. I mean, they're very similar teams. Good quarterback play.
It probably honestly is better for Bo Nix to go to Houston than it is to play in Denver in January.
That's true.
Like the weather.
Playing a dome.
Yeah.
Yep.
Play in a dome. Yep.
So
that's where we stand.
All right. So NFC.
NFC. Yeah. So NFC. Gosh, I should have wrote these down. Detroit was number 1, so they don't play. What did I say? Philly. Yep. I got Philly at number 7.
Who did you have at 7? Hold on, I'll scroll up.
Let's go back.
Did you have Rams?
Oh, San Fran. I had San Fran.
Fran
I'll take Philly over San Fran.
Philly over San Fran.
Yep.
3, did you have?
Man, I should.
Not Atlanta.
I had the Rams.
Rams.
Yeah,
that's right. Yeah,
I had
Rams
the Rams.
3.
Yep.
Verse 6.
Man, I should have wrote these down. Oh my gosh.
It's okay. You live and learn.
Yeah. We'll come back to that. We had Atlanta at Washington for 4 and 5.
Yeah.
Washington, I think, also takes that.
Yep.
Do
you have Green Bay in there?
No, I didn't have Green Bay in there.
No Green Bay?
Gosh, Tampa Bay.
Tampa Bay. That's
Bay.
what it was.
Yeah, I take the Rams over Tampa Bay.
Rams over Tampa Bay.
Yeah.
All right. So that seems about right.
Yeah.
No real big upsets there.
Yeah.
Just kind of favorites winning it out.
I'm gonna write my stuff down.
Yeah, you're good. Next. Go ahead and write it down, and I'll go with my playoff week 2. So week 2, Baltimore is hosting the LA Chargers. The Harbaugh Bowl. I've got Baltimore winning that one pretty handily.
Yeah.
I've got Kansas City hosting Houston, and although Houston has a good team, I do have Kansas City winning that game. Over in the NFC, I've got my first big upset here.
Ooh.
The Rams march into Philadelphia and beat the Philadelphia Eagles in the divisional round after the Eagles have been sitting on that bye week, enjoying their time off. And the last game I've got, number 5, Washington going into San Fran and Washington beating San Fran.
Yeah.
So, that basically the championship games will be Kansas City versus Baltimore, and then the Rams versus the Commanders. Pretty exciting on the NFC side. It's the same thing we've seen on the AFC for the past years.
Yeah.
So, I just think those are 2 very, very dominant teams and still in that dominant era. So, all right, hit me with your week 2.
Yeah. So my week 2 for the AFC. Let me see. Let's go back up. So my number 1, Baltimore, going at my. Gosh, I didn't write this down.
It's okay.
I was writing down my NFC.
One Baltimore. You had
I had the
Bengals.
Yeah,
Burrow
Bengals.
had.
Oh, that's right. That's right.
Yep. So Joe Burrow goes into Baltimore divisional game.
Joe Burrow
They
beats
split
Baltimore.
the regular season. So
They beat Baltimore.
wow.
Yeah, Jamar Chase every game.
Yeah, he
every
does
game they
cook.
play Baltimore. Every game he beats them.
He does. Cook them.
Then you got Buffalo taking on the Broncos.
Okay.
Buffalo is going to win that game.
Okay.
Yeah. For whatever reason, the Bills are always they're always tough for the Broncos.
And they're great. They're great in January.
Yeah.
I mean, just a really good team. So
Yeah.
So your AFC championship is Bengals versus Bills.
Yeah.
And this is a first year without the Chiefs.
Yeah.
The Super Bowl in quite a while.
Yeah.
So that's pretty fun.
It's pretty crazy.
I like that.
Yep.
All right. What's
All
your NFC?
Yeah. So my NFC is going to be Washington at Detroit.
Yep.
I think that they're going to take that game. I think
Detroit.
Detroit's going to take that game.
Okay.
I think they get revenge for last year, and Eminem's going crazy on the sidelines.
Let's go.
I'm
not afraid.
Yeah. Okay. And then we have.
What's the best Eminem song? Did you ever listen to Eminem growing up?
Yeah. I'm trying to think.
I want to hear what everybody else has to say.
Yeah. What's the best Eminem song?
And really the best question is, do you like old Eminem or new Eminem?
Because I like Just Lose
music.
It. Like,
yeah, just lose it. Such a good song,
man. It was so good.
I want to quote the lyrics, but I'm scared of what I might say.
Yeah.
So yeah, we'll hold off on that. But anyway, Eminem goes crazy on the sideline.
Yeah, he's gonna just lose it.
That's right. Just lose it.
Yeah, just lose on the side. Anyways, then I got Washington going into no, sorry.
Do you have the Did you have
the Rams? Yeah, the Rams won. But
Philly?
Rams and Philly. Yep.
Rams and Philly. So same
matchup. Yep, same matchup.
Rams would have beat Philly last year if it hadn't snowed.
I know.
That's all I'm saying.
If Puka brought it in.
And in this,
if Matt Stafford hit Puka there at the very end.
Who do you have ranked higher? The Eagles or the Rams?
The
Would this be in Philly again?
Okay. Yeah. Victor, he actually said lose yourself.
Yes.
That's so good. Yeah. He also said go Bears.
Let's go. Go Bears. Bears.
Yeah, so the thing is, I don't trust Matt Stafford's health.
Yeah.
So I'd probably take Philly here again.
That's the thing that's the hardest for me. I mean, I literally on the drive over here, I was trying to map it out to see if I could put the Vikings in the Rams spot and kick the Rams out of the playoffs.
Yeah.
I just think that 6th spot is a sweet spot for whoever's going in and will be the upset spot in the NFC.
Yeah.
But I just can't, if the Rams are healthy, that defense is so much better. And Stafford, just the experience alone, if he can remain healthy, I'm almost wondering if he was just held out of practice as a preliminary thing.
Yeah.
For him to just come back last week and be like, oh yeah, everything's all good. I wonder if it was just a preemptive thing to prep him for the season. He is 37. But yeah, and that dude has battled through some injuries his whole career and still plays well.
I mean, he played in Detroit for so long and where he was the only weapon. Him and Megatron.
Yeah. You remember the highlight of him leading a comeback drive and he dislocated his shoulder on the drive.
Oh my
and
gosh.
still played, finished the drive with a dislocated shoulder,
So
walked off the
crazy.
sideline and I can't lift my arm.
Yeah.
That's why I can't bet against Stafford. So.
Yeah.
So you got Philly winning that one?
I got Philly winning just because you don't know what his situation is gonna be like come that time. But I don't know. I want the Rams to I want them to go.
Yeah.
I just think it'd be so cool to see Devontae Adams. I'd love to see him get a ring. I'd love to see Puka get a ring.
Yeah.
Kyron Williams, my guy.
That's what I'm saying.
I've been talking about Kyron Williams for Lord knows. I mean, since the very beginning of this podcast.
Kanata Mumfield.
Is that your guy? Is that your guy over there?
We talked about him a couple weeks ago. It was
Yeah.
a fun time. But I mean, that's what I'm saying. If Stafford's healthy, that offense is going to be fire.
Yeah.
You called Devontae Adams what? A top
top 5.
Top 5?
I said top 5
you said
receiver.
He'd be a top 5 receiver.
I think Devontae Adams is going to go crazy.
Yeah. So that's if we're playing into that hot takiness, Rams are going to be a fun team this year, especially with a good defense.
Yeah.
So all right,
Super Bowl. Let's pick your Super Bowl.
We've got to figure out. All right, so you hit me with your week 3 prediction. Who do you got?
So my AFC, I think Cincinnati goes back
Really?
with the terrible defense.
Wow.
They come back from the dead.
Wow.
They come in as the 6th seed and they make it past Buffalo.
Wow.
Joe Burrow again, revenge tour.
Yep.
I think they go to the Super Bowl.
That's so I love it. I love like the
dude. It's gonna be
take.
shootout. You know, it's gonna be shootout if that's happening. If they're in the Super Bowl, I think. Yeah,
that's how the Bengals have to win.
Yeah.
Like they're going to play in shootouts every week. They need to be able to close out games. If they can close out games, they can end with a 11-6, 12-5 record.
Yeah,
and they can make waves in the playoffs. You know, there's two ways you win in the playoffs. One, you've got like the Eagles. You've just got a complete team where you have a dominant defense that just stifles the opponent, and you can run the ball.
Yeah.
Or you're like the Bengals that it doesn't matter how bad your defense is, you can score at will against any defense.
Yeah,
and so I can see it, I can picture it, and I would not be mad. And I can tell you right now, I would be rooting for the Bengals to win the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
As a Steelers fan, I do want the Bengals to win with Joe Burrow, Jamar Chase. I love those guys,
dude. Go ahead with yours, but I'm realizing now my Super Bowl is going to be so sick.
All right, hit me with your NFC takes.
So Detroit goes.
Detroit, yep.
Detroit goes. Detroit, Cincinnati. Who doesn't want to see that?
That's a great Super Bowl.
Man, that would be absolutely incredible.
Fireworks and just a high scoring Super Bowl.
Yep.
Like, that would be so much fun. Dan Campbell couldn't be a more drastic difference between the head coaches.
Yeah.
You got Dan Campbell, just a leader of men, could make anybody run through a brick wall just with words. And then you got plain old, lame old Zach Taylor.
Yeah.
I'll put it on record. I am not a Zach Taylor fan.
True.
I think Zach Taylor has inherited a good team. I don't think he's a very good coach at all.
I don't think it's a good team. I think Joe Burrow and Jamar Chase are good.
That's
what I think.
He inherited Joe Burrow. And Jamar
that's
Chase.
right.
That was
That's
the
right.
one good choices he made.
Yeah.
And,
a couple LSU picks turned it around.
you remember the year they went to the Super Bowl, they were electric. I mean, Jamar Chase was like the best receiver.
Was that his
in the
rookie
NFL.
season or his second season?
I think it might have been his second season.
It was his rookie
Was it his
season.
rookie
It was Joe
year?
Burrow's second season.
Yeah.
Because he had that, he got hurt.
He was one of the youngest quarterbacks to make it in the Super Bowl too.
Yeah.
Other than Big Ben.
Yeah.
But the year following, Zach Taylor changed the entire offense and said, we need to become a more balanced attack. And so that offense the following year, they'd missed the playoffs. They were like a middle of the road, lesser than middle of the road team. And is because they tried to run the ball and they weren't a running team.
Yeah.
He went away from the team's strengths to try to make the team fit his concept of what a good team was. And it wasn't until I think later in the year that he just said, screw it, throw the ball. And they played really well.
Right.
And so that's Zach Taylor. I just think is a bad game manager, bad coach.
Yeah.
He's one of those addition by subtraction.
Right.
Cut him, bring in somebody a little more confident. Like they could be a great team.
Crush it after
and they got to change the way they sign contracts and stuff because they mess around with money way too much. But anyway, that's a fun Super Bowl.
Yeah,
Bengals, Detroit.
That's my Super Bowl pick. So where are you at?
All right. So this will be a little boring on the AFC side.
Okay.
I just can't bet against Kansas City.
Mm.
They didn't lose hardly
pandering.
anybody this year. You got Mahomes. I mean, he's been in the last 3 Super Bowls. They just lost the last one, got embarrassed in the Super Bowl. I don't see the Chiefs allowing themselves to not make it to this point again. And they control their own destiny. They are probably the best team on paper.
Yep.
They've added explosive weapons in the offense, and their defense is still sick. Their defense is still so good. They've retained their guys. I just think that team is built to win. And Baltimore, as much as I do love Lamar, and as a Steelers fan, you hate the Ravens because they're like your number one enemy. But at the same time, out of the entire NFL, they play so similarly.
Mm-hmm.
I have to take the Chiefs. So Chiefs win. Chiefs are headed back to the Super Bowl. And over there in the NFC divisional, fun game. The Commanders go and take on the Rams.
Ooh.
And I'm just betting on the experience of Matt Stafford, the coaching, from Sean McVay. And don't get me wrong, I do love Dan Quinn. Dan Quinn is a fantastic coach. I just think the Rams are a more complete team. The defense, they've added so many good players on that defense. I think the Rams are going back.
Yeah.
So we'll have a Kansas City, Los Angeles Super Bowl once again,
Wow.
a rematch. And Matt Stafford, maybe in his last year, gets a chance to win number 2.
Yeah. Wait, they didn't go against Kansas City. The Rams?
Did they not?
No,
Oh, it's
Cincinnati.
the Bengals.
Yeah, Cincinnati. Yep.
Wow.
Yep.
I was thinking of the Patriots Super Bowl. The Patriots Rams,
yeah.
the really, really boring one.
Oh my God.
What was it,
that
like
sucks.
13-3?
Yeah, 13-3.
What a terrible game.
Gosh.
That was the one I was thinking of. No, so we do get the Rams versus the Chiefs for the first time in the Super Bowl in this iteration of the teams. You remember the greatest game that was ever played? Probably like 5 years ago.
The Rams-Chiefs.
Rams-Chiefs regular season. Jared Goff and Patrick Mahomes.
That was a Monday Night Football game. They both had like over 50 points. It was absolutely incredible.
It was bonkers.
I was sitting there going, this is insane. We're never going to see this again. And here we are like 8 years later talking about it or whatever it was.
That was peak football.
That was so
That
good.
was peak football.
And the fact that the Rams won, oh my gosh. I loved it. I loved it.
All right, so we got 7 minutes before we bring on our guests.
7 minutes.
So
you guys stay tuned. We're gonna have Lee and Kendrick hop on. Lee's gonna talk about the Cowboys. Kendrick's gonna talk about the Eagles. We're gonna dive into this game for a little bit in just a few minutes.
Yep. It's getting so much closer.
Yeah,
I'm so stoked,
dude. Kickoff's an hour away.
All right, so Super Bowl. You want me to go first? You want to go first?
You go first because I'm still deciding.
Yeah, mine's a little more boring than yours.
Okay, here we go.
Kansas City versus LA. Once again, I can't bet against Kansas City.
Sure.
I just can't. If you put a gun to my head today and told me who was going to win the Super Bowl, it's Kansas City.
Yeah.
LA puts up a good fight. It's a close game, but just can't see Mahomes losing after getting embarrassed last year.
And their defense is so good.
Yep.
The Kansas City defense is so good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Complete
I
team.
could see that happen. Yeah, I could see
Now, will it
winning.
be a fun Super Bowl or a boring Super Bowl?
It would suck.
I think it'd be a fun one. I think
You
it would
think?
actually be. Yeah, I think it'd be up in the upper 20s, late 30s in points
My
scored.
Super Bowl would be way better.
Oh yeah, let me hear yours. So you got
the
Bengals and the
Bengals
Rams.
Lions.
Where is the Super Bowl this year?
Bengals Lions. I think it's Santa Clara again.
Okay,
actually.
Okay.
So
all right.
Victor said Kansas City's got the best barbecue too.
Dude. True.
Dude, if anybody's got any Kansas City barbecue recipes, like send them my way because I don't want to go over there just to get it.
Yeah,
but man, I want to have some.
I love barbecue in general. So
yeah, so Cincinnati and Detroit. I think when just thinking about those two teams together. Okay,
before you go, I just have to say this to set the stage. To set the drama, these are both teams that have never won a Super Bowl in their existence.
Yep.
So this is besides the point of just them being such fun teams.
Yeah.
Now we get to see a new team be crowned Super Bowl champion for the first time in franchise history.
Yeah.
Big deal. I'm excited.
Big deal. And I think because Cincinnati would be able to Detroit would be able to control the run game.
Yeah.
I think that is the dagger. And I think Detroit finally in the year 2025 of our Lord wins a Super Bowl.
Yep.
Man, it'd be so fun.
I can see it now. I can see Aiden Hutchinson just ripping off the edge.
Yeah.
And, strip sack on Joe Burrow, final drive of the game.
Yeah.
And Lions just run out the clock on him.
And Jameer just ripping through 60 yards.
What's the final score of that one?
Oh my gosh. Final score of that one would be like it would be kind of like the first Eagles Kansas City Super Bowl, like 38-35, like somewhere in that range, like high 30s.
Yep.
Like mid to high 30s.
That's what I was thinking. 35-31, 38-35.
Yep. Yeah, somewhere in that range.
That's so fun.
The over under for that game would be like
ridiculous.
Oh my gosh, should be like 60 points or something. Yeah.
Bet the over.
Yeah, bet the over. Smash that over. Anyways, so I got Detroit winning the Super Bowl this year.
All right.
And you got Kansas City
winning
winning
the Super Bowl Kansas City. This is so fun. You took the fun side.
Yeah.
I took the way boring side. If you guys agree/disagree, let us know in the comments. Who is your Super Bowl champion for 2025? And I'm cool with hot takes. Let me know why you think this team is going to win. If you think the Dolphins are going to go win the Super Bowl, shout out Derpy Entertainment. Let me know why.
They said Miami sucks.
Yeah, I know. I'm trolling them.
Yeah.
But anyway, that's what we've got. So there's our predictions. Cool. The season is almost underway, and we're going to bring on our guests.
Yeah. Well, we got 3 minutes. Let's just run through the schedule really quick this week.
Okay.
Just real quick and say who wins, who loses.
Yep. All right. Hit me with it.
All right. Cowboys, Eagles.
Eagles.
Yep. Chiefs, Chargers.
Chiefs.
Yep. Dolphins, Colts.
Dolphins.
Yeah. Steelers, Jets. Steelers.
Jets.
I got Whoa! What? Justin Fields?
Yeah, I think it's gonna be a gross game.
All right, we're split there.
Steelers still trying to get their bearings.
Okay, you guys are you're the tiebreaker. Steelers, Jets. Who wins that one? All right, Panthers, Jags.
Jags.
I'm gonna take Panthers.
Okay.
Split that one for us too.
Okay.
I like Bryce Young.
Yeah, I like Trevor Lawrence,
and I think Ted's gonna go crazy. I don't like Trevor.
I think Travis Hunter's gonna go crazy.
Cardinals, Saints.
Cardinals.
Yeah. Giants, Commanders. Yeah, I think that's closer than people think, though.
Yeah.
I think that's a pretty close game.
Yep.
Bucks, Falcons.
Falcons.
I'm going to take the Bucks, actually.
Okay.
I think I'll take the Falcons later. I'll have them split. Bengals, Browns.
Bengals.
Yeah. Although I do think that Joe
Flacco's going to light it up
in the Battle of the Joes. I think that Joe Flacco could have a day.
Yeah.
Raiders, Patriots.
Raiders.
That's a close one.
Yeah.
I actually think Patriots.
I'll say Raiders.
You guys are going to have to split a bunch of ours. Yeah. All right.
We'll look back on these on Sunday.
Yeah.
Sunday
we'll
night.
go back and see. Yeah. Niners, Seahawks.
Niners.
Yeah. Niners. Titans, Broncos.
That's
like that's your survivor
blowout game of the year.
That's your survivor pick this week. Yeah. Lions, Packers. I got Lions.
I'm going to go. Where's it at?
At home. Packers are at home. I'll take Packers. Actually.
I think I'm going to take Packers.
Yeah. Texans, Rams.
Ooh.
Stafford's dealing with that back.
Home.
I'm taking Texans. They're in LA.
LA?
Yeah.
Ooh.
But they don't have fans in LA.
I think Rams. I'll go Rams.
Wow. Ravens, Bills. Big one.
Wow. That's a big one.
Yeah.
Who's at home?
Bills.
Ravens.
I'm going to take Ravens.
Yeah.
Vikings, Bears.
Vikings.
Yeah.
In Soldier Field or
Soldier Field? Actually, I'm taking the Bears.
Okay.
Caleb Williams, year 2.
Yeah.
JJ McCarthy coming off year 1.
Yeah.
Victor, that's for you. We're both taking the Bears. Let's go.
I'll stick with the Vikings just to spice our battle up.
Yeah. B. Russ says yes, Detroit for the win.
Yes.
Yeah. My Super Bowl pick this year.
Shout out Detroit.
Yeah. Shout out Detroit. Yeah, we got 1 minute for our before our contributors come on. You guys go check out the website, fanfeednetwork.com.
Yeah.
Got a whole bunch of articles. Yeah.
There's so much. It's hard to keep up with.
Yeah.
Everybody's doing a great job.
Yeah. We pushed like 30 or 40 articles already out this week. We got power rankings. We got fantasy football. We have all sorts of stuff. And then we have a week 1 preview for every single team.
Yeah. Big
every
deal.
single team.
We didn't even talk about this. We officially hit 100 subscribers on YouTube today.
Oh, today
at the start, before the start of the season.
Yep.
That's a big deal.
Yeah.
You know, we're a small channel. We obviously don't have a huge budget to go out and do a bunch of marketing.
Yeah.
This is really a lot of homegrown content and stuff. And really, it's not us.
Yep.
You know, it's not. There's a huge team behind us. So shout out to all our writers. Shout out to all the people helping with the tech. You know, it's just crazy. I mean, 100 subscribers is a really big deal to open the season with that. I'm just super stoked.
Yeah,
excited to see where the rest of the season goes. And I feel like we've had a lot of people contributing, like fans, like you guys. And we wouldn't be anything without you guys' cooperation and, being. I like what who's the guy, the Vikings guy? Alex
Gast,
Alex called the fan community the feeders.
Yeah.
And the fan feeders.
Yeah.
And so shout out fan feeders. You guys have been incredible. Thank you so much for following us. I mean, with that, you ready to get them on?
Yeah.
Let's get them on.
Yeah, let's go.
Let's see. All right.
We
got Lee and Kendrick in the house.
What's
up,
up,
fellas?
dudes?
Pretty good. How you doing?
How's it going?
Good.
Doing great. I'm excited. So you guys are covering the Cowboys and the Eagles. Lee, why don't you tell us a little bit more about yourself?
So I'm a journalism sports media major from Coastal Carolina. Been a Cowboys fan forever. Just had to jump at the opportunity to write for my favorite team.
Yeah. Very cool, man.
Love it. Love it. Kendrick, I think you're more of a Panthers fan, aren't you?
Yes, sir. Carolina Panther fan, but I couldn't, help resist to get the opportunity to get on the pod and talk about the Eagles, man.
Yeah. I mean, how can you hate the Eagles?
Yeah.
Everybody else does.
No.
Right, Lee?
Exactly.
Yeah. I think Lee actually told me on the side. He's like, I love the Eagles.
Yeah, it's funny because I think
I
a
did
lot
not
of
say
fans.
that. What are you talking about?
Yeah.
man?
Well, I was gonna say I feel like there's a lot of fans, and maybe you guys can tell me if I'm wrong. But like as a Steelers fan, I have a lot of admiration for the Ravens,
Yeah.
and the Bengals. Even though I hate them so much, especially back in the Vontaze Burfict Bengals days.
Oh my gosh.
Oh my gosh, dude, I hated the Bengals, but I had such an appreciation for them because we played very similarly and played each other all the time. I don't know. Do y'all feel the same way with the other teams in your divisions?
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
personally-
I can't.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Oh, sorry. I definitely respect the Eagles out of anybody else in the NFC East the most. Because at least
Not the
it's
Commanders?
close. Well, I mean, recently, I
Ding,
guess,
ding.
in the last year, the Commanders have been good. But,
Yeah.
Historically, the last, 10 years,
Yeah.
I feel like it's been, not as much
I
of
get it.
ownership as I would say, with the Giants. But,
Shout out. Who's Audrey's brother? Is that you, Lee?
yeah, that's me.
Nice.
Shout out Audrey. What up? Kendrick, what were you going to say?
Oh, yeah, absolutely. As a Panther fan, growing up in the Cam Newton era, I used to hate losing to the Saints, Drew Brees,
Yeah.
the whole 9-yard, Michael Thomas, you know what I mean? And I always hated losing to the Falcons as well.
Yeah.
Matt Ryan,
Julio.
Jones, I hated it.
Roddy White.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
Come on.
Man. Wasn't Matt Ryan's first throw in the NFL a 50-yard touchdown?
Probably.
I think it was.
Matt
It's
Ryan was
crazy.
a dog.
I don't think it was against the Panthers, but yeah. Anyways,
Let's talk about this game tonight. And
Yeah.
before we get into the game, I want to hear from both of you. What is your favorite thing that your team did this offseason? And we'll start with Lee. So what's the favorite thing that the Cowboys did this offseason?
I'd say my favorite thing has got to be trading for George Pickens.
wow.
I mean, now
Yes.
at this point, after the Micah trade, who knows where this team is going, if we're going to have to rebuild or whatever. But being able to see CeeDee Lamb with another top tier receiver, I'm really excited. The sky's the limit for those two guys. And the way that they can unlock Dak is going to be really cool to see.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're going the way of the blade. George Pickens, dude, I just think I think so many people are really down on Pickens because of his career so far with the Steelers, but they're not accounting for the Kenny Pickett, the Mason Rudolph, the Russ Wilson, the Justin Fields led teams that George has had to play with. I think George is an elite talent in the
Yeah.
NFL. And this year's going to show it.
Yeah, Lee, I don't know if you were listening earlier, but we were basically saying how, obviously the Micah Parsons trade is terrible for the Cowboys and is really just going to put a lot of pressure on the shoulders of Dak this year, right? So, I mean, he's just going to have to launch it to George Pickens and to CeeDee Lamb. And I think if this is a year that you go out and get a second wide receiver, this is probably the best year to do it just because the offense, I feel is going to have to be on the field a lot more.
Yeah.
But yeah.
And the lack of running backs. So it's going to be Dak and CD and George is going to be the new Joe Burrow, Jamar, T. Higgins.
Yeah.
Book it.
Yeah.
Kendrick, what about you? What's your favorite thing the Eagles have done this offseason?
The Eagles or the Panthers?
Well, let's do the Eagles since we're talking the Eagles. You can tell me Panthers too.
Oh, yeah, for sure. So as far as the Eagles, definitely re-signing Saquon Barkley to his extension and making him the highest paid running back in the league is definitely phenomenal for them. And just getting that bag for him, you know what I mean? You can be a great player, but when you're in a situation where he was 2 seasons ago in New York, I mean, there's not much he can do. You know what I mean? He can do what the best he can in an organization that's doesn't have that winning mentality. But going to Philly, that just elevated his play. And obviously, as you guys can see, his amazing play last season, and just it was awesome. So
yeah, incredible.
For my Panthers, definitely getting T-Mac, drafting T-Mac.
Yeah, let's
go. As you guys know, in my shorts that I've done, and even in my articles, I'm very high on T-Mac.
Yeah,
and I feel like he can definitely be that next generational wide receiver for us since Steve Smith, honestly. If he stays healthy and the connection with him and Bryce, the sky is high for him.
Yeah,
in the Carolinas for sure.
I read your piece on T-Mac that you put out like a couple of weeks ago, whatever it was.
Yeah.
Man, it gave me chills. I guess I got chills right now just thinking about it. I was like, oh my gosh, like I might be a Panthers fan now.
See, the best thing about the you guys writing all these articles, because we did this fan feed writers league in fantasy, so I knew pretty much where everybody was looking.
Yeah.
And I saw T-Mac on the board, and I knew it was going to go back around to Kendrick.
Yeah.
I said, I got to get T-Mac before it hits Kendrick, because I know he's going for him.
Yeah, man, you got my guy, man.
It's all right. We can make a trade at some point.
Yeah. So cool.
And I will comment on the Saquon thing, because I agree. They didn't have to go out and do that. If Saquon was playing for the Bengals, you probably would have seen a holdout and all this drama and all this stuff. Saquon had time left on his contract. And they gave him a raise and additional years with the team. And that just shows the appreciation for the player. And Saquon earned every bit of that. I mean, one of the greatest running back seasons we've ever seen. I love that take.
Yeah, and that's what makes people want to play for you. It's like you reward them for doing well.
That's right.
Trey Hendrickson, look at him.
Yeah, exactly.
Nightmare over there.
Next question I've got for you guys is which players are you most excited to see play tonight for your teams? And we'll start with Kendrick on this one.
Me personally, I'll say Jalen Hurts. Super Bowl MVP, just won his first championship, and his name was in a lot of people's mouths throughout the offseason that he wasn't the main player for the guys. He's surrounded by a legendary cast, Saquon Barkley, AJ Brown, offensive line that actually covers for him. And he doesn't get that respect per se to be that guy for the team.
Yeah.
So I feel like he will come into this game just blazing, and especially now with no Micah Parsons. Oh yeah, he's definitely going to get some high passing yards for sure.
It's funny you say that, because like when you told me the questions you were going to ask him tonight, my immediate reaction was Jalen Hurts.
Yeah,
because exactly what Kendrick just said. It's like everybody's been talking about him like, oh, he's a game manager, whatever. But that dude can play, man.
Yeah.
He's a good quarterback.
Yeah.
And I remember when he first got drafted over there, people were like Philly fans were like kind of bummed that he was there, and I was like, dude, if he was on the Broncos, I would be stoked. Like, this is, I don't know. Anyways, yeah, I agree, Kendrick. That's a good pick.
And we had a whole debate a couple shows ago, and Kendrick, you probably saw this, but we were debating Cam Newton and Jalen Hurts.
Yeah,
who's the better quarterback. There was a big thing on Twitter. They're so similar. And Cam Newton, they talked all kinds of stuff about Cam Newton. So like, I see where you're going with Jalen, because they were talking all this stuff about Jalen. He gets benched in the national championship, goes and transfers to Oklahoma, has done nothing but exceed expectations, and wins the Super Bowl. Even after winning the Super Bowl, he's not satisfied. I mean, I don't think he wears the ring. I think he's ready to go for another Super Bowl. So Lee, who are you most excited to see tonight?
I'm really excited to watch Trayvon Diggs, because he's been so injured in the last 2 years, and he was at a really, really high level before he got hurt. I mean, he was totally locked down. He had the year with all the picks. The year after that, he really flew under the radar as complete shutdown corner, tore his ACL, came back for a little bit of last year. He was okay, but he was coming off that injury, then had to get surgery again at the end of the season. And he's active tonight. So it was kind of a big question mark for the Cowboys if he was going to play or not. And then now he's going to play. So I'm really excited to see how that works out. Also, him playing with Daron Bland, who just got that contract. That's two ball hawks on, both sides of the field. I'm really excited to see how they work in this new defense with Matt Eberflus.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I forget that Matt Eberflus is over there, and he's actually not a bad defensive coordinator. As bad as he is a head coach, good defensive coordinator.
Lee, do you know who's taking over the Micah Parsons spot? Just off top of your head, I'm just
don't
curious.
know off the top of my head. I think it's too recent for any like specific thing to come out. Have you heard
Marcus
anything?
Ware.
Yeah. What's that?
He's coming out of retirement for this game.
I was just gonna say, like, I'm
That'd be
interested to
pretty
see
sweet.
whoever that guy is.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Well, I know they have Donovan Izaraku, who they drafted in the second round, and
that's right.
a lot of fans are
That's
excited
who it
to
is.
see him play as well.
You saw us fumbling over trying to say his name.
Man.
So thank you for saying it so crisp and clean.
You just said it, and I have no idea how to say it. Even
He's
still.
Izaraku.
Like, yeah.
He looks
I'm
good.
like
Very rangy.
90% sure. Yeah,
Cool.
I think,
He's
but
gonna
I'm
be
not. I guess we'll have to hear on the broadcast. I'm sure they'll know.
Yeah. They'll mess it up. I mean, I promise they'll mess it up.
Probably.
All right. So what we're going to do now, we're going to combine these last two questions, and you get to answer this. What does your team need to do to secure the win tonight? And then what is your final prediction of the game?
Score prediction.
Score prediction. So let's start with Lee.
If the Cowboys are going to win tonight, they're going to have to make a number of stops, and it's going to be really difficult to do that without such a game wrecker as Micah Parsons. But I mean, you're going to have to make stops, and you're just going to have to air the ball out because I don't know, like Jaden Blue's not active tonight, who's a rookie running back. So I mean, I guess we're just not running the ball. So we're just going to have to rely on Dak to play Superman. I mean, you could run Turpin out
Javonte
there.
Williams. What do you mean?
I mean, I guess we'll see, but they're just going to have to air the ball out and try to match everything that the Eagles can put up on the scoreboard and try to get lucky with stops, I guess. And my final score prediction in the article I wrote, 31-24 Eagles winning.
Cool.
Yep.
All right,
But,
Kendrick, let's hear from you, man.
So people say that, now that Micah Parsons is gone, this is going to be like a David versus Goliath type game where very similar to like a TCU UNC, like 42-14. But there's Dak Prescott, right? He's on MVP level last 2 seasons, in my opinion. So I think he's going to give them at least 1 touchdown or 2. But just the overall greatness of Philly is just going to be amazing tonight, and they're on their home field. So in my article, I have 24-10.
Okay.
Without Micah, I feel like Saquon is going to run the ball all over the field and get at least 150 rushing yards and
Love that.
maybe 2 or 3 rushing touchdowns.
Love that. Stingy defense from the Eagles, what we've come to expect from them. Let's hear from Trey. Trey, what's your prediction for tonight?
Yeah, so these divisional games they're always closer than they should be. And I think that, like Lee said, I think that the corners actually hold up better than we think they will. But I'm still going Eagles. Yeah. I think 27-20 Eagles.
Yep. Okay, cool. Yeah, I think very similarly, and we've all kind of talked about it. I think we're all on the same page that Cowboys defense is just not up to par with this Eagles offense.
Yeah.
And they're not going to be able to stop the Eagles offense. So I think I'm going to say Eagles 38, and I'm going to say Cowboys 24. I think it's going to be a higher scoring game.
Wow.
But
the NFL would love that. They would. I mean,
That's
season opener would be like 50, 60 points, right?
It reminds me of the y'all remember when Tampa Tom came out and played against the Cowboys a few years ago in the season opener, and that was a nice high scoring game, and Dak looked good.
Yeah.
That's kind of what I'm expecting tonight. Maybe that's just me hoping for a good game. It could be, like Kendrick said, 24-10, but let me dream, man.
Yeah.
So anyway, guys, thank you for the time.
Thank you, guys.
You guys are awesome.
Oh my gosh,
We'll see you later on in the season, and good luck to your teams tonight.
Yeah, we'll probably be messaging into the chat, to both of you throughout the game. But yeah, thank you guys.
Great.
Yes,
All
sir.
right, fellas.
Later.
All right.
Man.
That was awesome.
Yeah, it was
cool.
awesome.
Thank you to Kendrick and Lee.
Yeah.
You can find all their work over on FanFeed. Go to the website, fanfeednetwork.com.
Yep.
They've been cranking out articles. You heard them mention them. And we'll probably have their social tags down in the
we'll put it in the
info
description
below.
after.
So
you guys subscribe. You're going to see them more throughout the season.
Yeah.
You're going to see a lot of our writers and our contributors throughout the season, and it's really cool stuff that they're putting out. But so let's get into it. We're going to go into the Chiefs and Chargers.
Chiefs Chargers.
Yeah, let's bring on Logan and Soleil.
Logan and Soleil.
Woohoo! Hey guys.
Hello, how are you guys?
Good. All right.
Logan was on our Thursday night episode doing the fantasy draft, and man, I thought he was just so upset about his team he had to click out early.
Dip out.
I was a bit upset about my team. I was, but yeah, the internet crashed on me last second. Kind of saved me from the embarrassment of having to go
but
over
it's
my
good to
team.
have you back on. And then
I appreciate
Soleil
it.
is in our Fan Feed Writers League, crushing it. And how are you doing, Soleil?
I'm okay. I have another fantasy league and I completely forgot to host the draft. So I think we're gonna watch week 1 and I'm pretty upset about it. But it's okay.
Wow.
It's okay. Week 1 doesn't matter.
Yeah. Although that is the craziest time for fantasy football.
Yeah.
Is week 1. So many weird things happen week 1.
Yeah. That should be one of the hotline things is who's gonna go crazy in week 1. But I digress. So, Logan, you are our Chiefs writer, and Soleil, I believe you're our 49ers writer, but you're going to cover the Chargers tonight. Is that correct?
Yep.
Let's go.
Yeah.
All right.
She's out in California, and she follows both. I mean, I'll let you talk about yourself, but yeah.
Yeah. So let's. I want to hear from both of you. So we've heard from Logan. We are going to come back to you again, but I want to hear from Soleil first. Tell us a little bit about you and how you got with FanFeed.
Well. Hi, everyone. I'm Soleil. I am a journalism and PR major at San Diego State. So I'm currently down here in Southern California, hence covering the Chargers. But I'm originally from the Bay Area, which is why I bleed red and gold.
Let's go.
But I came across this role with FanFeed and I thought it would be super fun because I've covered high school football and a little bit of basketball, but I've always been a fan of football, college football, NFL, and just thought this would be a really fun opportunity. And I chronically listen to football and basketball podcasts. So when you guys were we're launching a pod too, I was like, oh my gosh, I need to get on. So now I'm here.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
We're so excited to have you. I'm so jealous that you get to watch the games at 5:20
Yeah.
tonight.
Yeah, no, actual prime time. Yeah.
It's amazing.
We both have multiple children, and my normal bedtime is 9 p.m. Eastern, and the kickoff's at 8:20.
There's a guy I follow on Twitter who's made a whole brand around East Coast dads, and every Sunday, Monday, Thursday night, he's like, "Oh yeah, East Coast dads are struggling tonight when the games go long." Logan, you're our Chiefs writer. I know you heard my prediction for the Super Bowl this year.
I did not. What was your prediction?
Oh, I got Kansas City winning it.
Okay, that's a fair assessment. I think it's a great pick in general.
Okay,
you can never go wrong picking the Chiefs. So
there we go. Well, tell us a little more. I know we've heard from you, but tell us again who you are and how you got here.
So I am a recent graduate from the University of Missouri, Kansas City. And I've been looking for, opportunities, and I saw this one, and the thing that stood out to me about this opportunity was the fact that there's podcasting. Most of the things I've done has been mostly on the writing side. So I thought the podcast, was a cool opportunity to, go through.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's
fun. I mean, you're great at both of them. I mean, both of you are great at both of them already. So yeah, we're excited to have you guys on the team.
Yeah, we're new to podcasting too, and tonight we had our first troll in the comments.
Yeah.
That was a fun time. I think we finally made it. Mama, are you there?
Yeah.
All right, so let's go through the same questions. Number one, I want to hear what's your favorite thing that your team did this offseason. We'll start with Soleil. I know you've got two teams, so let's hit the Chargers first, and then I want to hear your 49ers.
Okay. I think definitely drafting Amarian Hampton. I think the Chargers haven't had much in the run game since Austin Eckler, and that feels like ages ago.
Yeah.
So I think kind of rejuvenating their running back room. And I know they added Najee Harris, but he had a weird injury and is kind of not the guy he used to be. So I think it'll be really fun.
Yeah. What's your take? Does Najee still have his eye? I mean, I don't think anybody's seen his eyes.
Yeah.
Like, is he gonna come out like with like a little eye patch, like a pirate? I don't know.
Well, I don't know if y'all remember. I think it was last year, or the year before. David Njoku had the same thing where he had fireworks blow up in his face, and he came out with like a Jason mask coming into the game.
The amount of like fireworks injuries in the NFL is kind of ridiculous.
Yeah, I think these guys need a fireworks class.
Yeah.
What's your 49ers favorite thing they did this offseason?
I actually wrote a whole article on this, but it was definitely the Robert Saleh hire. I'm
Yeah.
a big fan. Obviously, he's a proven commodity with the 49ers and having led some pretty good Jets defenses. So just bringing him back and like kind of taking the first half of the draft to retool the defense after how many players left during the offseason. Shout out Trey. The Broncos got some good ones. But
Oh yeah, let's go.
yeah.
Yeah, I love that. I mean, Robert Saleh is he should have never gotten fired from New York.
Yep.
Because it wasn't his fault what happened. But, you know, like you're saying, thank God, because the 49ers got him as D coordinator.
Yeah.
Like,
I know, not even
this is
coach.
why I had them winning the division, is because I think that defense is going to be way better than most people think. So that's a great take. I love that, Soleil.
Yeah.
I'm going to have to read that article too.
It's good. It's really good.
All right, Logan, what's your favorite thing the Kansas City Chiefs went and did this offseason?
I was definitely drafting Josh
Richardson.
Simmons in the first round. You know, the offensive line was certainly an issue last year, and I think most of the Chiefs' issues stemmed from the offensive line, specifically the tackle positions. I think as long as you give Mahomes time to survey the field and have a clean pocket, I think he can take over any game. So it was really, to me, a lot of people point to like the receiver injuries with Rashee Rice and Marquise Brown for most of the season in 2024, but I think most of the issues stemmed from that offensive line.
Yeah.
Yeah. Definitely.
Yeah, having that solid piece on the end is awesome. And like we talked about this on a show a couple weeks ago when we were talking about the draft, because both the Eagles and the Chiefs probably got some of the best players in the draft at 31 and 32.
Unbelievable.
I mean, Josh Simmons he was hurt, and that's why he dropped, but he was arguably one of the best in the class without the injury. And then who did the Eagles go and get? That linebacker, the linebacker. Jihad Campbell.
Jihad Campbell.
Yep.
Dude, that guy is sick. And to go on that stacked Eagles defense, it's just the rich get richer at the end of the draft, and it's unbelievable. How can the Pittsburgh Steelers be so dumb?
Yeah.
All right, I digress.
Real quick, I just have to tell Logan, because Logan, this whole off season and preseason, I'm sitting here with Cam, and I'm like, this is the year of the Broncos that are going to take the division. You know how much I love the Kansas City Chiefs. Yeah. So we're sitting here, and in the very beginning of this pod, we're like, as we get closer, kickoff is literally in a few minutes. We're like, we get more realistic about it, so we go through all of our picks, and I also chose the Chiefs to win the division again this year. So. My heart tells me one thing, but my mind tells me something different. And I just think the Chiefs I don't know. I think they did plug up a bunch of holes that they had last year, and I think they're going to be good.
Yeah. Insert Thanos meme.
Yeah.
I'm inevitable.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's the Chiefs.
Yeah.
All right. So which players are you guys most excited to see perform tonight? And especially newer players. So Logan, tell me, how excited are you to see Brashard Smith or whoever you pick?
Definitely the aforementioned Josh Simmons. I'm definitely excited to see how he holds up in protection.
Yeah.
And Xavier Worthy is another player I'm going to be watching, just if he can take that next step in his second year. And if he does take that next step, in his second year, the loss of Rashee Rice the first 6 weeks, is kind of diminished a bit. So I'm kind of looking forward to watching those two players. And then maybe Omar Norman Lott on the defensive side, someone that could complement Chris Jones. That's another player I'll be watching for tomorrow night.
Very cool.
That was a steal, Omar.
Yes.
When you wrote that article, because that was one of your first articles, I think.
It was, yes.
Yeah, and I read that one because I was like, who? And I looked into it, read your article, looked into him. I was like, daggone it, the Chiefs, man. But I agree. Like, Xavier Worthy is the skeleton key for this offense. They can unlock Worthy. I mean, even last year, he played really well, but his numbers don't show it because Mahomes missed him on a bunch of deep balls. But, like, if that flips this year, like, watch out. that offense is going to be super exciting. And that's what I'm betting on, is Worthy to have a really big year with Rashi out. And then when Rashi comes back, it adds that whole other element to the offense.
Yeah, and that's all they have to do, right? Is just like hold out for 6 weeks until Rashi Rice comes back, and then they will run the table with everybody again.
Yeah, they're not going to have a problem winning.
Yeah.
So, all right, Soleil, was your player you're most excited to see tonight or tomorrow night, actually?
Yeah, okay. Well, Logan mentioned the second year leap, and I was kind of in the same, I don't know, realm with that. I was going to say Lad McConkey. Obviously, he was awesome his first year, but like, is he going to slump like CJ Stroud, or is he just going to continue to grow and be the wide receiver one that the Chargers really need? So I think that's what I'm on the lookout for tomorrow night's game.
I love that. Lad is so good.
Yeah.
So good. Who's your favorite, the player you're most excited to see for the Niners?
Oh, I mean, I think I'm intrigued to see CMC off of his injury, because if he's like 80% of the CMC that we all know and love, then the Niners offense is going to be unstoppable. Even last year, like not making the playoffs and picking 11th in the draft, they had a top 10 offense. So I think with a productive CMC, that like no one can stop Kyle Shanahan in the offense.
I don't know if you know Big Mike 5, but he says CMC with a calf injury. I don't know.
I know Big Mike 5, and he's a troll. Don't listen to him.
Yeah. He's not that big. Cam
right.
can take him.
He is little Mike. All right, so we're going to combine the last two questions. So this is, what does your team need to do tomorrow night to secure the W? And then what is your final prediction for the score tomorrow night? So let's start with Soleil.
Okay, I think that the Chargers secondary needs to lock down Xavier Worthy. Obviously, we talked about this, but he's stepping up with the Rashee Rice suspension. And if he stays, locked down by the Chargers secondary, then I think they'll have a chance at getting the win. And I think it's also interesting because they'll be in Brazil, so the home field advantage will be kind of odd and not really a factor. So I think it'll be a close game. Did you guys want my final score prediction as well?
Yeah, let's hear it. What's your final score prediction for that game?
I think it'll go over. I think the over-under was 46.5, and I did pick the Chiefs in this one because, the Thanos hand, they're a proven commodity, but I got Chiefs 27, Chargers 23.
Love it.
Yeah.
Love it.
That'd be a good game. That's the score.
That's going to be a good game. Logan, what about you?
He's probably picking the Chargers.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah.
Well, funny enough, I had that same exact score.
Whoa.
I had the same exact score. So when she said it, I was like, well, that's my score as well.
Nice.
I think the key to the game for the Chiefs is to exploit the loss of Rashawn Slater on the offensive line.
Yeah.
I think if they could either send extra blitz, towards, because Joe Alt will play left tackle. So I expect the Chiefs to try to attack the right side of the line and Trey Pipkins. So I think if they can, exploit that, and then of course keep Mahomes upright in the pocket, I think basically offensive line, defensive line battles is where I'm going to be watching this game.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, football's won in the trenches, right?
Yeah.
Like that's a good place to start. Like everybody can watch like the big plays, it's fun to watch, receivers versus corners, but yeah, it really does happen like right there at that line. Like, yeah.
I follow some real sickos on Twitter that all they do is post videos of run fits and blocking schemes.
Yeah.
And it's so fun because I know nothing about offensive line and defensive line except, big guy, very strong.
Yeah.
Trey, what's your take for the game tomorrow night?
Yeah, I think the Chiefs win. And I think they win pretty handily. I think let's go 27-17. That's
wow.
Wow. Yeah, I think I don't know. I think Xavier Worthy is going to take that next step, and I think that the defense is going to be too much for Justin Herbert and Lad McConkey. So, I got the Chiefs winning too.
Yeah, everything in me says take the Chiefs, but just because everybody else chose the Chiefs, I'll be the different guy. I'm going to go Chargers. I even said Chiefs earlier.
You did.
But I will go Chargers. I think they match up pretty well, especially with the additional juice in the run game. I think like Soleil was talking about, that was such a crucial pick for them because J.K. Dobbins had a great year last year.
Yeah.
But J.K. Dobbins has like -2 knees.
Yeah.
And
Yeah,
so, you insert fresh, young Omarion Hampton, who runs 4.45, 4.46 at the combine at 6 foot, 220 pounds. That will help them to be a more balanced, fresh offense. And I think if they can lock down Worthy, and keep this a close game, I think I could see them eking it out. So I'll go with the Chargers just for fun. Plus, it's in Brazil. Anything can happen in Brazil. So, well, guys, thank you so much for being on. We're excited to see y'all more throughout the season, and hope this was fun.
Yeah, and what's cool is like everybody, if you're watching, you're going to see them a lot because they follow three, like very popular teams in the the Kansas City Chiefs. They have a lot of primetime games. Niners and the Chargers both have a lot of primetime games. So you'll see Soleil, you'll see Logan a lot. We'll put all their socials like down in the details below too. But yeah, thank you guys. Thank you for hopping on.
Thank you guys for having us.
Yeah,
absolutely.
Thank you. Thank you for the opportunity.
Y'all enjoy the games. Good luck. All right.
Man. What do you think?
Wow, that was so fun.
So fun, dude.
And we were stressing so hard about the tech.
Yeah.
That wasn't too bad.
What
do you think?
Our producer isn't here tonight.
That's
so,
right.
So week one, weird things happen in week one, right?
That's right. That's right. You got to learn to adapt and overcome.
Yeah.
I don't know about you. I'm stoked for football.
Stoked for football. Oh my gosh.
I mean, do you have anything else we want to talk about before we go?
No, man, that was it. Like, just want to get through those, those predictions and I think we all realistically have the Chiefs winning tomorrow, right?
Sure.
I mean, and we all picked the Eagles. And then I got Detroit win the Super Bowl, and you got the Kansas City Chiefs win the Super Bowl.
It's a fun time.
Yeah.
Fun exercise.
Fun. Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, guys, please hit that subscribe button. It's free for you, and it helps us out a lot. And we're going to have a lot of cool giveaways throughout the season.
Yeah.
So.
It's the cheapest way to support the show.
Yeah.
You don't have to pay anything. You don't have to be a monthly giver. Just hit the subscribe button. Follow us on Twitter, Instagram,
just at FanFeed Network.
At FanFeed Network, everywhere. Go to the website. Go to the web.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm telling you, like, if you're just bored one day or this weekend, you're not a college football person, you just want to read some NFL to get you hyped. We have so many articles on there from people you just saw, just previous. I mean,
and a lot of others.
So,
and you'll see them on the show throughout the year.
Yep.
We got a lot of people that are going to be joining us, just fans that want to talk about football and their favorite teams. And it's really cool to like get their insight because I follow a specific team more closely than everyone else, but it's good to hear what everyone else thinks too.
Yep.
But yeah, man.
We will also, if you have any betting takes for the Fan United segment, leave it in the comments below or message us on social media. Regardless whether we get any takes or not, I've got some people that are going to help us build out a slip. So if you guys want to tail with us, together we rise, together we fall.
Yeah.
Let's win some money together this year.
Let's do it.
And other than that, guys, enjoy football being back. Soak it up. Enjoy week one. We will see you on Sunday night.
See you Sunday night.
All right. Peace.